Hello again. I did it again. I got to get used to this live chat. This is Rob from Raleigh's Military Transition. I've been talking for 6 minutes on mute. So, hey, I'm here for y'all. We'll go over this again. I didn't forget about you. I don't know your name because you don't have your name in the description. Mental health. Mental health is important. I left a link in the description for va.gov. It'll have a highlighted red section up at the top allowing you to talk to someone instantly about your mental health. So if you're like suicidal or it's emergency, you could hit the crisis line and talk to them right away. Initial service is free. Eventually, they want to make sure that your service connected to that mental condition, that they can take care of you, but they're not going to turn you away. So mental health is very important. And then I started talking about our Discord page and my passion for doing this whole thing. The Discord page is very important because it's going to be a community that shares information of things that they've learned, things that need to be done, within each branch. I got individual branches bracketed out in the Discord page as well. Really want my OBS. I could show you all this. But there's different services there, and it's basically on what do you need to do to outprocess each service. I think that most services don't do a very good job at seeing you out of service. They're just like, oh, you're leaving? Okay, bye. We don't care to help you much anymore. So it's kind of depressing that they don't take a lot of time except for TAP, because it's government mandated that they have to do TAP. And TAP is very consolidated and quick, that you don't even remember half the shit that they give you in TAP. You heard some thunder. You hear my dog going crazy. Power goes out. I'm sorry that the live stream has ended, but we're gonna press on, keep on going through. Quality of my stuff might not be that great. You might see me looking up. I'm looking at a TV because I ended up my monitor ended up breaking. I'm not sure how. It just happened. So now I'm on my crappy $60 monitor and a 32-inch TV that's like 12 years old. So work with me. I'm making this happen. I'm trying to make it work. But yes, the Discord page is going to be amazing. It's going to talk about once you have a VA rating, it's going to tell you what your entitlements are for each state that you live in. Then we're going to talk about it just individually, the VA, and what entitlements you are to the VA, because different levels give you different things. So what else can we talk about here? So my big crowd I got going on here. I love it. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. Very young channel. I just got to keep on reminding myself I'm a young channel. So there's lots of different benefits of the VA. We could talk about that a little bit because I'm not a channel for the VA. I got you through your initial claim with the BD or the DBB process, but that's almost as far as I want to go with the VA. I still will have a video here and there about them, but that's not my primary focus. My primary focus is getting you from active duty to current or to civilian life as easy as possible. We got Snow here. She wants to come over and say hello. Okay, maybe she doesn't. Got cute Doge. I was going to put Doge up on my OBS, but here we are. Just regular screen face chat. But she's here. We can entertain. Come here, Snow. Okay. She keeps on wanting to come up, but she's like, no, I don't want to come up. I'm scared. Close. But anyway, so different things that the VA offers. It all depends on your VA ratings, man. At 100%, if you don't have TRICARE, come here, Snow. Hey, come here. If you don't have TRICARE, they offer Champ VA to members that are 100% disabled. That's pretty awesome. Especially, what the hell is going on? Snow, come here. Anyway, sorry about that. So you get Champ VA, which is free healthcare for the family, on top of free healthcare for you because you're 100% disabled. Okay, come here. Ooh, skittish dog. Okay, so Champ VA is good for family, especially if you haven't retired and you don't have TRICARE. If you have TRICARE, you don't get Champ VA, so you don't get that cut of not paying TRICARE every single year. So it's okay. You still get plenty of other stuff. You're fine. You're gonna do fine. So come here. Okay. Anyway, so Champ VA, you get different levels of um of education type stuff. My family's currently using Chapter 35, which doesn't pay for everything, but it gives you a stipend every single month to go towards school issues. So that's a good thing. That's for 100% personnel as well. They got veterans. What else they got? We got veterans. You got the post 9/11 GI Bill, which you could use if you were in service long enough. You may have been able to transfer your benefits to your family. My son's currently using my GI Bill benefits because I got my master's through the Air Force with TA. There she is. Say hello, everybody. This is Snow. She doesn't like thunder. She's trembling. They also have the Veterans Readiness and Employment benefits. So if your service connection takes you out of the job that you've been in all your life, and they need to put you into something else, you can use the Veteran Readiness and Employment. If you're not able to find a job after service, you can also utilize that benefit. You got survivor and dependent benefits as well, which is kind of what I told you at the Chapter 35. But yeah, there's a lot of different programs that are very nice, very helpful to get you through the VA. So say hi, Snow. You are on YouTube saying hello to my 0 currently subscribers that are live right now, but they'll be on later. Doesn't help that I just activated 3 and they're probably all waiting in the other 2 because of technical difficulties. So yeah, you got different types of VA benefits. I guess I could start talking about my story, man. I basically got higher tenure, so I did the maximum amount of time that I could do in the Air Force. So I did 24 years as a master sergeant, and then I need to start planning. I knew I had some situation at work that I ran into that I decided to kind of abruptly get out of the position that I was in to go to something else to safeguard myself for the next 2 years. I then began to prep. I'm like, okay, E8 isn't coming. So I am going to begin getting seen for all my medical conditions that I have. There's no longer a fear of, oh my God, are they going to reclass me because they're not going to move me for 2 years? You know what I mean? So I started seeing mental health. I started seeing dental. I started getting seen for all my conditions that, oh my God, I'm scared I might lose my clearance or they might make me full towels. I don't know. That fear of God that they put in you for not going to see medical. So I started seeing medical for everything, man. Like my acid reflux that I've been self-medicating for years. My migraines that I've been self-medicating for years. And just started being seen for all of that stuff. Then I began to prep for job prep. So I went to TAP, tried to do that type of prep. That prep didn't work too well. It was kind of just not working out. And then started doing my own research on Skillbridge. Skillbridge is good and it's not. It's very hard to use. So, so the military gives you a list and says these are the list of approved people that you can go get jobs at and blah blah blah. And then you look at all those and you're like, that's not even my career field. Why would I do that job? So lots of confusion. So that led me to a third party that goes and finds you jobs. So it's kind of like a loophole. So I went to Hiring Our Heroes. Hiring Our Heroes was it has its limitations. I won't say it was bad. I will say that I only had 3 cohorts a year. So if you're not out processing in those time frames, you're kind of screwed by not being able to use them. Because not everybody gets out at the same time. So you're not going to be available for a cohort, for example. That's kind of where I was. I wanted the whole 6 months. So in order to do the 6 months, I had to start in February because Skillbridge started in like May or June. No, it was May. So I had to just basically burn most of my leave up front that I could be able to participate. And that put me in a predicament at the end of my skill bridge because toward the end of skill bridge, I was getting more nervous because I suffer from anxiety and depression and all that good stuff. So my anxiety was to the roof toward the end of the skill bridge because I'm like, I know I'm doing good. I'm showing initiative. I'm showing process improvements. I'm showing everything that I need to do. And I'm like, hey, boss man at Skillbridge, is there going to be a position available for me at the end of this? And he's like, oh, we don't know. We're still going through the finance process. I'm going to leave the business out of this. I'm not going to share that unless I've already shared it. But they were like, yeah, we're having financial meetings right now to see if we still have positions available that we can go through this. And long story short, I finished the Skillbridge program on June 30th. No. Sorry. I finished July 21st, which only left me 10 days to find a job when they said basically that they didn't have a position available. That was a hard hit, man. I think I kind of shared this in a previous video, but you're transitioning out of service in 10 days. The military's not paying me anymore for active duty pay. I'm not getting BAH anymore. I'm not getting base pay. I'm not getting BAS. All that shit's gone. And I don't have a job 10 days out from, yeah. So lots of praying and lots of cards needed to align for me to be here right now successfully and not stress the fuck out, basically. Right? So the first good thing I guess that happened was my retirement check actually came on time. So finance did their job and I got a retirement check. But my mortgage is $1,000. This time we didn't buy houses, or we didn't buy cars. So we just still have our little Ford Focus that we paid off that was in storage when we came back from Japan. And yeah, we had mortgage. We have obviously expenses that come with a house. So we had utilities, internet, um, registration, insurance, all that shit. Not to mention, they take a lot of crap out of your retirement check, guys. You're going to start taking your TRICARE out within 90 days after a retirement. They're going to take out your survivor's benefits plan money that you, if you signed up for it, they're going to start taking that out. They're going to start, if you choose to do VSGLI after you get rid of SGLI, they're going to start taking that out. So sweet check that's like 3,300. You're like looking at your LES or your RES, whatever you want to call it. You're like $1,400 for a month. How you gonna survive off of that? Then, since I took advantage of the DBB program, disabilities before, wait, what is it? BDD, benefits delivered at discharge. Since I took advantage of the BDD program, I got my rating almost on time because the Air Force don't release your DD Form 214 until the first day of retirement. So I submitted the day after retirement. that day, that midnight actually of that day. Um, and then by the time the second day arrived, so we're talking 2 August, I had my VA rating. And blessing. It's a blessing, but if you watch my last video, it's a blessing and a curse in a way. Like, it's there, it's not going away. But expectations aren't there, man. You're like, okay, so you said I'm disabled on this day, but where's my paycheck? And there isn't one. And then you look in your decision letter, and it says hey, your pay date starts on 1 September. So you were rated on 1 August. So you could start going to the VA and get seen for health care if your rating allows you to. You start going to dental or whatever. You can start the VA stuff, but your compensation, when it says pay start date 1 September, that means your pay starts to accumulate. So just like the military, you're paid in arrears if you watch the last video. So your first paycheck, my first paycheck was 1 October. 60 days you don't get that money. So you got to figure out your life for 60 days. Luckily, my wife is disabled already. She had a little bit of income coming in, so we were able to make things work. But it was definitely a moment. That transition was rough. So money started pouring in. So I ended up getting my disability money. I ended up getting my retirement money. And thank God it was able to pay my basic expenses, including a new car. So it covered everything, but just enough to cover everything. So then I needed employment still, right? Employment didn't come for a really long time, y'all. So I got out 1 August. I should have been employed. By the way, I had 2 GS offers that I couldn't take because I had to wait for my 180-day waiver to come through because active duty people can't go right into a civilian job because people kept on doing the good boy program back in the day. So they had to put a system in place. When I went and I looked at GS jobs and got hired from people that I don't even know, had to sit around and wait, and then didn't even get those jobs because it took too long. Luckily, God willing, I went to a wedding in Florida, and then I went to the VA with my dad, and then I get this text message from a contracting company that says, "Hey, we need your skills. Do you want to work at CSS, bro?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's interview. Let's go." Within 2 days of my Florida trip, I was able to get a job as a contractor working on a military installation for Space Force. Okay, Schriever. I'm in Colorado Springs. I told you guys that in the past. So I found the job, but it came in November, August, September, October, November. 4 months unemployed. So it was rough for a minute there. It was scary. It was life changing. I can't prevent you guys from living that same scenario, but I can try to get you guys to that safe space, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to give you any guidance that I've learned along my path. I'm trying to give you more guidance than I already know because I'm trying to use the Discord for content as well. So your guys sharing in the community is really going to help project what you need to do to help process each service. It's important. You don't want to be in the same predicament. If you do Skillbridge, make them sign a contract, man, saying that the position that you're going to go interview for and you're doing, they're going to hire you after, pending your performance review during the Skillbridge program or something. But make sure they have a position for you because you don't want to be robbed 10 days out from data separation with no job. especially if you're separating and you don't get a retirement check. And especially if you're behind the curve because you didn't file a disability claim in a timely manner, or you weren't in a place to file a disability claim in a timely manner. It's getting real, guys. Like when you separate, it's the real deal. You're like, you've been doing something for so long, and then here you are. Ugh, here you are, lost. I got lucky. I had a rental property. I moved into it. But people that are separating, where am I going to live? What state? What state has the best benefits to live in if I get a disability rating? What job am I going to get? I'm lost. Am I even going to get a job? Should I be a full-time student and get BAH? There's so many different things available to you, but you need to prep. The only person taking care of yourself as you're leaving the service is yourself. Think about that. Everyone's not going to hold your hand anymore because guess what? The only hands you got are all active duty. They don't know what the hell's going on with separation. They just know, hey, send them to TAP. I told you, TAP is too condensed. They throw a lot at you, and you don't remember half the shit that they tell you. They give you little booklets, thank God, so you can review some of that. But it's all stuff that you can search online at the VA.gov website. Do your research. Watch my videos. Watch Combat Craig. Watch VA Claims Insider. Watch InfoTab. Watch CivDiv. All these guys have lived what you're going through now. Even myself, I've lived it. That's why I'm creating it. I'm hoping that I can give you a better active duty way out because all these other guys that basically are trying to help the people that are already out for the most part. There's not a whole lot of information on how to file a BDD claim. There's not. I looked. I'm like, who's here to help me? But just like I tell you guys, to utilize these YouTubers' sources, I don't mean like go use their services, but I mean listen to what they're talking about because that's how I figured it out. Like the difference between active duty and vets is that we don't need a nexus because we're getting out of service. Out of service is directly connected. So when you file, it's directly connected. Hello, welcome to the chat. Whoever just popped in, I see my counter going up 1-0, 1-0 a lot. So if you're on, it might be a connection issue. If you got anything, go ahead and throw it in the chat. I'm here to assist. I'm just sharing my story. But yeah, there's nothing for active duty. I DM'd them. I'm like, why don't you guys got videos talking about how to file a BDD claim? Because we need to know what you have going on, that we don't have to go through the Nexus process later. And maybe their answer is, I'm not telling you what's going on because I want you to screw up your claim that you'll come see me that I can get my 10% off the top for the next 12 months. I'm not about that life. That's why my page is here. I'll tell you everything overall that you need for free. I'm not an advisor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not anything. I'm sharing what I learned and what worked for me. Take it how you want. I don't share my rating, but I favor nice. We'll say that. It's basic needs in a car was covered. Leave that alone at that. Because it's not good to share your rating either, guys. Like, there's a lot of haters out there that are gonna like, oh, well, you're walking around like normal. So how do you have that rating? And they file a complaint, and then next thing you know, you're on the news. And depending on how ridiculous you are, if you did do a fraudulent claim, like the guy recently, about a month ago now, saying he was paralyzed, but here he is walking around and he's at the gym snapping Facebook chat. Like, Hi, I'm here. I'm not paralyzed anymore. I'm magically cured. Don't be that guy. File what you have. Be seen for what you have. Don't self medicate anymore. Go and be seen while you're still on active duty that everything is linked perfectly. Luckily, I have been seen for migraines throughout my career. I have had medication, so those are documented. My acid reflux has been documented throughout my career. Bad heartburn started probably 12, 14 years ago. And honestly, it's probably service connected. It's probably freaking burn pit connected. Honestly, hack shit. Because ever since I came back from Iraq, it's been worse. Um, so I am definitely here to help the community. I'm not here for financial gain. If I get monetized, fine, I get monetized, but I'm not asking for your money. Um, I probably won't have a Patreon page. I may have a donation page every now and then if we decide to do some community involvement type stuff that is going to require funds. Um, no, I'm here for you. I'm here to get you to resources that you can find things. Um, I'll pull up my Discord real quick. Since you guys can't see it, I'll try to just explain what I got out there right now. So for Discord, I'm looking up, guys. Like I said, my setup's all screwed up right now. I'm looking at a TV that I have very, very high up and right in front of me. So I'm looking up, so I apologize. I have branch specific military transition requirements. That's where every single branch can go out there and see what they need to do. So for the Air Force, I've already started populating it. I got how to apply for separation, how to apply for retirement, how to do a records review rip, and then I also included a records review. I also included a video on how to do that because I've already went through that process with you on these videos, and how to apply for Skillbridge, how to file your travel voucher. I haven't filled it out yet, but it's going to be a hard copy voucher. Just know that. Keep all your receipts. Make sure you did everything that you were authorized to do. I talked to finance because I had a fight with them because I'm like, why don't you hello to viewers. Welcome to the live stream. Sorry, it's on the third one. I apologize for that. There's some technical difficulties as the stream began. I've just been sharing story, what I'm about, what we're trying to achieve as a community. I'm going over Discord right now, talking about like our transition tabs and what we're doing, that type of thing. So like, yeah, we have the military transition requirements. So household goods, how to file that. I just finished my household goods storage because it's been a year, and I had to file the form, so it was fresh on my mind. So I went ahead and plopped it here. It probably applies to all branches. So if you guys want to take a look at that, that's cool. I did the VA claims process. That's what started this, reactivated this channel, and got me to go ahead and plug everybody in because it was super important, man. Like, no one told me about the process, like I said. So I went ahead and made my own process. Well, I captured my process and then I blurted out to a bunch of people. They loved it. So I'm like, let me throw it out on YouTube. So I did. Then we're going to have VA benefits by state. So I put every single state here, and you're going to go in and see what benefits you are authorized. And I'm trying to simplify it. So I don't have it right here. So I started populating Colorado, and what I did is in the name and title, I was putting what rating you need to be for what this perk is and how do you access it and those type of things. And it's one-stop shopping. That's what I'm trying to do for you guys. Do we questions in chat? So does anyone else got crazy stories? Yeah, I need to edit this video and put like cricket noises and exciting noises and sounds. Keep things entertaining. Hey, welcome back to the chat. Do you guys got anything that you want to hear? Do you guys got any content that you want to see from this channel? Every video that I've done so far, I hope has been improving each time. I'm trying to draw your interest, bring you in. I need to be more charismatic, exciting. I'll try. Generally, I do these videos toward the end of the day, so it's like, man, I'm tired. I've already worked a full day at work, but at the same time, I'm making videos. Man, these YouTubers make it look so easy, but if you've never edited your life, it takes time, man. Each video that you see out there is 4 to 5 hours because you're editing, you're cutting stuff out, you're getting rid of a lot of blank space where Raw didn't talk, so you're cutting it out. Then you're like, oh, well, we need to grab interest. They don't want to just hear my voice and see me and my bobblehead here. They want to see like actual like B rolls. You know, what is a B roll? Is that where people are talking and then like it cuts to like a clip? Like if you look at that last short I did, the whole thing was a B roll because you just heard my talking voice and that grabs some interest. I don't know. One thing I don't like about YouTube is like when they brought this dislike video stuff in. I don't know, like if you've ever disliked the video, does it give you a comment section to say what you dislike? Like, how am I supposed to improve if all I see is this? I can't get better by looking at a thumbs down. It doesn't tell me anything. Does it mean the content sucks? Does it mean, oh, your voice is terrible? I can't stand you. Does it mean, yeah, these B rolls totally suck because they have nothing to do with what you're talking about? I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. So dislike button is kind of worthless to me because it doesn't help me improve. So like, if you guys are watching this after the live chat, drop stuff in the chat, comment on the video, tell me what you didn't like, what you liked. Military's made us all resilient, so I can take it. Go ahead and just give me positive, negative feedback. Tell me what I could be doing better. I think moving forward right now until we start building up the Discord page a little bit, you're going to see a lot more shorts from me. Um, just they're going to be quick. Did you know? You know? Did you know how to do this? You know? Because I think I can fit a lot of information into 45 minutes to 60 seconds or 45 seconds to 60 seconds. I could quickly teach you how to separate in 60 seconds or less. I could tell you about each individual VA in probably less than 60 seconds. So you're probably going to see a lot of shorts coming through. And I can make a longer elaboration video later on that I can link those shorts to eventually. Like I said, I'm learning the whole YouTube algorithms and everything on how to get known and pushed out and seen. I didn't realize how much goes into YouTube videos. Do you guys do this? Are you guys content creators? Have you been through this? Oh, make sure you name your video a certain way that it could be picked up on Google because you need metadata. Who would have thought? Even with your thumbnail, make sure you name it a certain way that it picks up on the metadata because then it'll show up on the pictures section. Google. Who would have known? One thing, I probably look terrible right now. They're like, you need lighting. You need soft lights that you can have a prettier face. I don't think you can make this face pretty, but we could try. We could try. We could at least get it in HD that you can see all my 40-year-old wrinkles, all that cool stuff. You know, Yeah, my room is pretty blah, pretty bland. I could definitely work on that. I got stuff to hang on the wall. I got those cool YouTube tiles. I had them way before I was doing the YouTube stuff, but I just like the way they look. They're the wood hexagon things that go up in the back of the wall, um, and it changes by voice and stuff. Hey, welcome back to the chat, live chat. Do you have any questions for me regarding the channel? Very interested in what type of content you guys would like to see here. I've so far just throwing stuff out that I know and just hope that it sticks. But if you guys got real interest stuff that you want to know about, I'm ready to make content on it. Just let me know in the chat in the description. But yeah, I'm super excited about the Discord page, guys, because I think it's going to help all of us in the community. Not just for me making videos, but it gives you guys a one-stop shop source to find the things that you need right away as you're transitioning out, because you don't have time. You're scheduling household goods. You're going through the Shippy long questionnaire for your healthcare, which is important. Your Shippy guys, take your time, block out hours that you can answer those questions as detailed as possible, because then the doctor's going to look at it and see if you need to schedule other appointments. Be detailed. Take your time on the Shippy. Yes, you're going to be there. You're like, oh, but I need to work. Boom, boom, boom. Guess what? The military doesn't care about you anymore. Take care of you. Take time with the Shippy. Ask lots of questions at TAP. Know what Skillbridge program you want to join. Know that some of them have limitations. One thought I had today, I was talking to one of my other vets. He's a contractor as well. And I'm like, why doesn't Skillbridge have like a Monster equivalent or Indeed equivalent that's just Skillbridge program hiring? Like you can put in if you want to go back to your AFSC, you can put your AFSC or MOS in there, and it's going to be like, all these jobs in the country are available for Skillbridge on this date. And you apply for it. It's nothing like that. Right now, you will see this is a Skillbridge opportunity, but they're out there because they're based on like hiring our heroes cohort. So they know when those jobs are going to be available. But people are getting out of service the whole year. They're not getting out 3 times a year. So why don't we have a Monster or Indeed equivalent for Skillbridge? Just deliberately targeting military members. And we don't have to search as hard, especially for people that are separating. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. Like I said, put something in the chat, man. I need to see where you guys are at. I haven't talked to anybody on this channel yet, so it'd be super awesome if you can leave a chat. But no, I appreciate the like for sure. 100%. Let's celebrate. But yeah, Skillbridge, it's a crapshoot, man. Like, you just hope that you can find something. I shared my story at the beginning of this feed on what Skillbridge did to me. I didn't have the best experience. I had the best experience while I was participating. We'll put it that way. So I worked for this company. I won't name it because I already bashed it. But they taught me a lot of good stuff. They taught me that my skill set that I have from the service could relate to a job that's totally not in relation to my job. Like for my job, I was a military personnel guy, right? And they say that's HR. Bullshit. If you go and look at what HR does, they're saying you write policy based on law. No, that's not what we do in the Air Force. Not in my Air Force. Like, we implement policy that's already written. My job is not personnel. It's not human resources. It's more project management. And guess what? The Air Force ain't going to pay for my PMP because that's not under the Air Force cool for my skill set because we're HR. All my degrees are almost, well, they're real degrees, but they were a lie based on my career field, if that makes sense. So I got all my degrees in human resource management. So can I get an entry level human resource management job? Probably, but entry level don't pay the bills, man. So here I am in a CSS again, and it's paying the bills. Believe me. As a contractor, is contracting safe? So if you can find a GS job, if you're gonna stay in the government, but yeah, we got about eight more minutes. I'm gonna try to keep this to an hour. I'll cut and edit based on what we talk about this last little bit. I'm running out of things to talk about, but that's kind of where my mindset is, guys. The community, Discord, vets helping vets. That's what this is all about. It's about taking care of one another, what we learn, what processes work, didn't work when we got out of service. Um, that's why I'm building this page. I'm not glamorous. I'm not a TV person. I'm gonna try to be for YouTube. I gotta try to get these ratings up for you guys. Uh, Monetization would be great, and then maybe I don't have to work, and I can full time this and make this my primary duty. Right? Is taking care of you guys, giving you free content, guiding you in the right direction without having to go pay for resources. Had a chief, not going to name his name. He might even be watching this. I hope at some point. We were both getting out. He had another year. I told him, man, we got all these free resources. You don't have to go pay for anything, but he's chief. He want to pay for it. He's probably got a great job right now, though. It was one stop shopping for him. He didn't have to go to multiple resources to get it done, which is good because they did it all in one package for him. It cost him. There's great resources as you leave service. I need to build another tab in Discord for just resources, man. You got Boots the Suits or something like that. I forgot what they're called. Where they tailor make you suits for decent price. Like I think you get 5 suits for $1,200. So as you're going out of service and you want to look sharp for that next job interview, they're there for you. There's another company that does professional photos. I'm not sure if they're still around because now AI can do professional photos for us, which is crazy. AI does a lot of things. AI built that B-roll for me on that last short. It cut a lot of my editing time down. As a non-editor, that's great. You know what I mean? But the problem is I need to try to tread that line because I want to keep things authentic with you guys. I want to be me, but at the same time, I want to keep you interested because I'm not very hyper. I'm not very energetic to keep you active and involved into the video. And you're like, oh my God, this is great. Because I'm pretty sure I give great content, but my delivery is not that great because I'm not very great on camera yet. And my quality of my videos aren't great yet because I'm still learning. I'm still learning about soft lights that I'm working on buying right now that I can have a better face. Right now, I'm just using the webcam light. I have my room light on and it does decent, but it is bright. I get migraines, so I like the dark. But yeah, that's pretty much what this is about. I appreciate everybody coming out and listening to me. I definitely encourage more participation as instantly I can go and find resources for you to help you through your journey as you transition out of service. That's what I really want this to be about. So if my videos haven't gotten you what you need and you're getting close and you're like, man, this is itchy. I got this itching question that needs to be answered right away because I'm leaving service in 15 days. Um, that's what this live stream is about. This is about finding resources and getting you what you need in a timely manner. Um, kind of the instant gratification. I encourage people to find things themselves in the personal world, but at the same time, life happens. I get it, and next thing you know, you blink and service is over, and then you're just like, "Holy shit! Like, what do I do?" So, yeah, it's difficult. So, expect in the near future multiple shorts going through about quick what ifs or how to and did you know, because those I know our attention spans, man, like unless you really want to dig into the weeds and look at the longer video, tell me what I need to know in 60 seconds. Boom, I got it. I get it. So I want to encourage to that environment. I also want to encourage the people that are ready to study, learn, and figure out how to get what you deserve. So with that, thank you for coming to Raleigh's Military Transition live stream. I appreciate your guys' time, and I know it's a Monday. It's 6 o'clock. Maybe that's not even the best time for a stream. Just let me know. Write a comment. Let me know when's the best time. I know for you East Coasters, it's kind of late. We're almost at what 9 o'clock at the end of this, so it's a little late for you. I get it. I get home from work at 3, so I could probably do it a little bit earlier, maybe another hour or two earlier. But then I'm affecting my people too because they don't get out till 4:30. Military. Maybe I could start at 5. Would 5 o'clock work better for the East Coast? 7 o'clock start. No, that's still kind of late for y'all. I'm at Mountain Time, so um, we'll figure it out. And if you guys missed the live stream, we can also I'll edit it a little bit to get things together, and then we'll do it that way and just leave stuff in the chat, and we'll go from there. I'll probably get this video edited tomorrow sometime. Cut out all the ums and the uhs, and I appreciate you guys coming out once again. Have a good evening. Bye.